SFM is a subject which gave me an extra attempt. Previously I got 38 marks in SFM and now I got 68 marks. How did I turn the table? Do watch the video. Hello people, welcome back to my channel. I hope everything is going fine on your end. Your studies are going good. I am fine here. I qualified my chartered accountant examination this January attempt. My second group was pending, so I cleared my second group this January attempt. I will share with you about how I approached all the subjects, what mistake I did, what was my live exam experience, means what during the exam I was thinking that I would have prepared better to give exam more smoothly, and how you can achieve the same, right? And I have already uploaded a video about how I got exemption in IDT, so do watch that. Very two important key takeaways are there from there. If you can put that takeaways into use, you will definitely get exemption in IDT. Okay, so let's start about the video how I got 68 marks in SFM. Before that, just some frequently asked questions, which class I took. So basically I didn't take any class for SFM. I used YouTube videos. I will tell you further in the video which videos I refer, everything. Which book module I used. So I used Institute Practice Manual, and I used some chapters of Paduka. Not everything, not all the questions I did from Paduka, but again I will tell you about the Paduka also. Then how many revisions I did. So basically first time I wrote down all the answers of I did a writing practice of all the questions. Obviously not the repeated questions, but any questions which is an extra adjustment, I used to just write down the adjustment. And basically I did all the question, I did all questions from concepts. Okay, one concept, one question I did like this, and the anything extra adjustment I would just write it down. Okay, and while I was doing the writing practice, I used to mark the question into A, B and C category, and that mark questions I referred once during the exam. Okay, now before starting this video, let me just clarify, I am a student of CA Final old syllabus. Okay, so basically November and January attempt, the SFM paper was quite easy. Okay, so I cleared my SFM on November attempt, right? It was quite easy as compared to previous 4 attempts. And for new syllabus students, the SFM exam paper are continuously becoming tougher day by day. So I will first discuss about old syllabus student, and then I will discuss about the new syllabus students. Okay, and I will mark down the timestamp for the new syllabus students too. Okay, so now let's come to the video. Basically this video is divided into 3 categories. First is ABC analysis. Before starting any subject, you should know your syllabus. You don't want to be spending your day on a chapter which will just come for 5 marks, right? That won't be a worth it thing you could do, right? So first you should, before studying any subject, you should know the ABC analysis. Second part of this video will consist my strategy, my revision material, which YouTube videos I used, which book I used, everything. Okay, that was my personalized strategy. And the third will be my mistakes, what mistakes I did in SFM, so that you can avoid and clear SFM on this attempt only. Okay, so let's get started with the first part of the video, that is ABC analysis. Now this ABC analysis is not any attempt specific. That means I haven't calculated it like इस पिछले बार कैपिटल बचत से 12 मार्क का आया था तो इस बार नहीं आएगा, ऐसा कुछ attempt specific नहीं है. दिस इज जस्ट माई एनालिसिस पर पास्ट ट्रेंड, माई एक्सपीरियंस की ओवरऑल हर एक चैप्टर कितने मार्क्स का आ सकता है एंड कैसे कौन से चैप्टर कहाँ से क्या करने हैं. तो दिस इज़ द A, B and C कैटेगरी. ए कैटेगरी में जो चैप्टर्स हैं उसमें आपको you have to do everything, every damn questions available. प्रैक्टिस मैनुअल हुआ, MTP हुआ, RTP हुआ, पास पेपर्स हुए. कैटेगरी ए के आपको सब करने हैं. कैटेगरी बी में सिर्फ प्रैक्टिस मैनुअल के क्वेश्चंस कर लो, मतलब जो भी आइदर प्रैक्टिस मैनुअल रेफर करो या कोई भी फैकल्टी की बुक रेफर करो, उसमें जो क्वेश्चंस दिए हैं वो कर लो. उसके साथ साथ पास पेपर्स या RTP कर लो. उसमें MTP इतना देखने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. जस्ट डू द past papers या RTP. I would suggest do RTP. Okay, and for the C categories chapters, do only selective concepts. How? Okay, let me just start with the A category, that is forex. You don't have to leave anything. Okay, you don't have to leave anything in forex, so you must do forex. Then the merger part, the last chapter of the practice manual, the dividend part, and the security analysis. Now security analysis consists that equity valuation and bond valuation. Okay, and then we have mutual fund. Mutual fund is a small chapter, is an easy chapter, and it has a good coverage of 8 to 10 marks in the examination. So you must do A category from everywhere, from the past papers, from RTP, from MTP. Okay, first complete A category of SFM. Now coming to the B category, you have leasing, which is again very easy. Then you have portfolio. Generally people are afraid of portfolio because of the formula. So what you can do is do writing practice of formulas. Okay, then we have financial services and money market. Now many of you would be like, why I have included financial services and money market in the B category? Because see, if you have to compare it with the efforts you put and the mark it contains. I agree, financial services and money market doesn't come in every attempt, but if you see this chapter, you just have to spend 1 hour in each chapters. 1 hour for financial services and 1 hour for money market, and if it comes in exam, it will come around 5 to 8 marks. So in 1 hour you get a coverage of 5 to 8 marks, so it's definitely in the B category. Okay, so if you're not putting efforts in this chapter for 1 hour also, you might lose 5 to 8 marks in examination. See, so you don't want that, right? So if you're lucky enough, you will get questions from financial services and money market, so you must do these chapters also. It will just take 1 hour of your time. Okay, so leasing, portfolio, financial services and money market are the B category chapters which you have to do everything also. Now coming to the C category, capital budgeting, derivatives, miscellaneous and theory. For theory, I want to say ki if you have a good, see, in SFM, one is general theory and one is technical theory. In SFM, we have technical theory. Technical theory means you have to write down the technical words. You have to have a good hand in SFM's theory, right? So what we do is, for SFM, we just neglect theory, and just day before exam, we just go and read the theory. So we don't get a good grip on the language of the SFM, right? So that won't give you marks. So if you have a good catch on the language of the SFM, then you should go for the theory. And if you don't have, because see, sometimes questions comes lengthy, so theory at that time may help you. Okay, because let's face it, capital budgeting, it has a lot of calculation which may again take lot of time. Then we have portfolio, it may take lot of time because it is formula specific. So these are the chapters which may take time. So if you are someone who is struggling with the time, that if you are unable to complete a whole SFM paper in 3 hours, then you should go for theory. You should have a good language grip in that theory portion. Otherwise, if you can do that, if you don't have a good catch in the language of theory, you go for the practical subjects. And again, if you don't have a good catch on theory language, you can't complete the paper in 3 hours, then you must do mock test papers, right? At least 2 mock test papers, so that you have a writing practice. Okay, so for theory, that's it. Miscellaneous, you have to refer the miscellaneous topics. Then we have derivatives and capital budgeting. So I would suggest ki just do the selective concepts from this. Just first understand these two chapters, understand the concepts, understand all the concept, and then go for the past papers, MTPs and RTPs, right? I mean to say, just download last 5 attempt question papers, last 5 attempts RTP, and just do the questions that are available of the capital budgeting derivative. That will be enough. Okay, further I will tell you about the videos, which videos I referred, and you can do that these 2 chapters from that video. That will be also enough. Okay, so this was your ABC analysis for old students. For new students, I will discuss it later. Okay, so this was the first part of the video, that is what the ABC analysis. Now coming to the second part, that is my strategy. What was my strategy? So first of all, the book I referred was PM and Paduka. As I haven't taken any classes, so I used Paduka for the reference, and it was useful. Okay, it was useful for many such means I used to see solution from practice manual, I won't even understand the answer, but when I used to see from Paduka, so I used to get a very good knowledge of the things. So some of the solution was very complicated in practice manual, but was very easily understood in Paduka. So that's why I would, if you are someone who haven't taken class, who are not very good with the SFM concept, you may take Paduka. Okay, I will upload a video on full-fledged review of Paduka. You can just watch that video and then again make a sound decision. Which chapters I refer from Paduka? Basically, I referred dividend, I referred bond valuation from Paduka. Okay, and I did some of the questions of merger from Paduka. I did some of the chapters, some of the questions of forex. Okay, this were some of the categories I used Paduka for. Now second thing, which video I referred, as I mentioned, I used YouTube video for my revision purpose. So which videos I referred? So basically I referred 2 faculties video, that is first is Dinesh Jain sir, okay, and second is Pawan sir. these two teachers, I will link down them in the description box. So for Dinesh Jain sir, he has a playlist of revision of SFM. Okay, so basically he take past exam papers and everything and just do that and just have a 3 to 4 hour video of each chapter. So if you have time, you must go for that. He has a very good knowledge of the subject, and he is awesome in his field, right? Especially for the merger part, he made the calculation part so easy, so damn easy, that you will fall in love in merger chapter. Okay, so you must see Dinesh Jain sir's merger and every other subjects too. Now similarly is Pawan sir. He has for the extra chapters which old syllabus have, like capital budgeting, leasing, then money market operations, and then we have factoring. These are the extra chapters which old syllabus have and new syllabus don't. So sir has uploaded full-fledged chapters. So if you are someone who can't understand the leasing concept, you can totally watch his video. That is full-fledged regular class he has uploaded on YouTube, and also he has uploaded revision videos. So basically I don't know about the revision video, but I have heard very good feedback for that also. I referred Dinesh Jain sir's revision video, and I referred old syllabus chapters of Pawan sir. So these were the YouTube videos I referred. Now coming to revision, how I did revision. So you can see here, I used to make booklet for every chapters, right? Every chapter would take around 20 to 25 pages, and it has all my handwritten answers. So this was very easy for me to cover in 1.5 day. You can see how just a 15-page paper and book, and you are done with one chapter, that too in my handwriting. So that was a very good. I wasn't at all stressed in 1.5 day. I actually completed my SFM in the evening time only. Okay, so and from evening to the next day, I was just seeing past papers and everything. But yeah, that decreased my stress level up to a lot of extent. You can see here, this is a booklet I made, and I marked the numbers, and then during the revision only I used to do the mark answers. Okay, then we have theory. So I just told you about I didn't refer anything for theory, just Gaurav sir has 5-hour theory class in YouTube, I guess. So I think I just saw the first video of that Indian capital market wala area, and then I was done. I haven't referred theory that much. नाउ दिस रिविज़न मटेरियल में रिपीटेड क्वेश्चंस नहीं है, और मैंने आपको ऑलरेडी बताया कि जिसमें एक एडजस्टमेंट, मतलब सपोज एक क्वेश्चन के बाद एक क्वेश्चन, क्या नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन में सिर्फ एक एडजस्टमेंट नया है, तो अगेन आई डोंट यूज टू डू दैट क्वेश्चन. आई यूज टू जस्ट राइट डाउन द एडजस्टमेंट एंड व्हाट विल बी द आंसर of that adjustment. I used to write it down, and then that's how I did the revision. And I just did 2 revision, that is I did the writing practice and then I did the mark questions. Okay, so this was my strategy. Now coming to the third part of the video, that is my mistakes, what mistakes I did. So first of all, the mistake I did in previous attempt as compared to this attempt was, in previous attempt my concept were not up to the mark, especially for forex, for derivatives my concept were not up to the mark. Okay, so again, if your concept is not up to the mark for derivative, for exam point of view it's okay, but for forex you should have a good hand in concept. Second, leaving A and B category chapter. Again, the mistake I did was I left some of the chapters from A and B category, which you shouldn't. And third, and the most important was, suppose I was doing merger chapter, but of merger and acquisition chapter I was doing, no doubt on it, but when I started the questions from practice manual, so when I reached to the last area of merger and acquisition, I used to leave every last 2-3 questions, and in exam that last 2-3 question would only come. Okay, so if you are doing any chapter, don't leave any questions, because if you leave any question from that, your whole effort of doing that chapter is a waste. If you spend 5 hours in doing merger and you just left 2 questions of that, and you are not able to do that in exam, so your 5 hours is a waste. So if you are doing any chapter, don't leave any question from that chapter. Okay, so this was a mistake which you can avoid. Now coming to the exam experience, what was I thinking, what I did wrong during the exam was my calculation was taking a lot of time. So if you are good with calculators, that's good. If you know some shortcut tricks in calculator, that's even better. You should know the shortcuts and tricks in calculation, especially for portfolio areas. Okay, and again this attempt wasn't this my experience, but in the previous attempt one experience I want to share with you is the formula areas, right? For example we have Volta model. अब Volta model में प्लस होगा माइनस होगा, मतलब वो जो P0 प्लस माइनस ये होता है ना, वो वाला क्या होगा, वो एग्जाम टाइम में कन्फ्यूज़न हो रहा था. क्यों हो रहा था? क्योंकि मैंने सिर्फ वाउच करके गया था. मैंने फार्मूला देख लिया, कॉपी में लिखा है, हाँ ऐसे हाँ क्वेश्चन से पुट द फार्मूला गेट द आंसर, इट्स वाज टू इजी. बट एग्जाम टाइम में वो जो प्लस होगा माइनस होगा, इसमें बहुत कन्फ्यूजन क्रिएट हो जाता है. ठीक है, तो इसलिए यू शुड हैव अ गुड राइटिंग प्रैक्टिस फॉर SFM to avoid this type of things during the exam. So this was my exam experience which you could avoid. How you can avoid? You can do a good and well practice. You can just you can write down the formulas for portfolios for different chapters, right? You should know some shortcut tricks for portfolio chapters, calculator tips. Then you shouldn't leave A and B category. You shouldn't leave last questions or practice manual, and your concept should be up to mark. These are the mistakes and my experience which you can avoid during your examinations. And yeah, that's how I scored 68 marks in SFM, and you can too, right? And for if you are interested in purchasing Paduka book, I will make a video about the review of Paduka book, so you can just make a sound decision. So that's it guys, thank you very much. And before getting back to your normal life, just watch this and make sure you do that.
पूछा गया था x²/yz. तो ऐसे सवालों को करने के लिए देखिए, एक तो बेसिक ट्रिक है, एक तो लाइक और शेयर ठोक दीजिए महाकाल का, लाइक और शेयर ठोक दीजिए. पूरा साल मेहनत करता हूं आपके लिए बेटा, ऐसा नहीं चलेगा, ऐसा नहीं चलेगा.